Lawmakers in Maine have passed a temporary ban on new large data centers in the state. And if Governor Janet Mills signs the legislation, Maine will become the first state to ban data centers. So Daniel Kool, cost of living reporter at the Portland Press Herald, joining us live now. Hi, Daniel. What's the goal of having a temporary ban?
So the goal here is to really save some time so that a new council that's also created in this legislation can put together some recommendations over the course of the next year and a half or so, and really make sure that when these data centers are coming to Maine, there is a proper framework of regulation that they can be building off of.
So Governor Mills has expressed some reservations about this bill. So let's talk about some of her concerns.
Mills in particular is concerned that this bill could scuttle a project in Maine. That's something slated for a former mill site. It's a $550 million development, and she had pushed for an exemption to be included in this law, but that amendment didn't make it to enactment.
So there are a number of projects that were already underway but have not and hadn't been announced. So what does their future look like now?
Right now, it's unclear. A lot of the future is tied up in whether or not Governor Mills plans to sign this. We haven't gotten clarity from her office yet on whether she'll be vetoing this bill or signing it into law. It's really up in the air right now as far as where some of these projects that have come to light since the moratorium talk came to be, where they're going to land.
So I'm curious, how are people who live in Maine feeling about the ban? Do they have any concerns about the impact of data centers on the cost of living or the environment, or not?
People are very concerned. The environment, obviously, they're concerned about anything that might suck up resources. A lot of these data centers use significant quantities of water. But I think even more than that, folks are worried about their pocketbooks. Maine already has some of the highest electricity costs in the entire country. And so anything that could drive up the demand and therefore drive up the cost for electricity is a real point of concern for Mainers.
All right, we'll follow this, and I know you will be too. Daniel Kool, thank you so much.